right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse, the home of Hope College volleyball. Tonight we pay tribute to a special group who will play their final regular season match in the DeVos Fieldhouse. These student athletes have competed in 2 NCAA tournaments and have won 1 MIAA tournament championship. Over 4 years, they have amassed a record of 75-19. These student athletes have made an incredible mark on our program at Hope and are talented volleyball players as well as excellent teammates and people of character. Our first senior we want to honor tonight is number 16, Rose Thompson. Rose is joined by her mother, Jennifer, and her sister, Grace, and will graduate in December with a degree in exercise science. Giving her senior tribute is Macy Kyers.
Rose, thank you for always pushing everyone to be their best and not accepting anything less than that. Thank you for the way you have poured so much love into this program the past 5 years, and I cannot wait to see all the people you impact with your incredibly big heart. The way you carry yourself is truly inspiring, and I know the future holds something great. I love you and thank you so much for all you've given to me, your teammates, and this program.
All right, our next senior, number 13, Tracy Westra. Tracy is escorted by her parents, Dan and Cindy. Tracy's earning her degree in civil engineering. Giving her senior tribute is Jenna Core.
Tracy, thank you for all of the laughter, smiles, adventure, and unwavering support. Support that you bring to this team. The relationships you have created are so genuine. You are always willing to go the extra mile, and we appreciate your sincerity and can count on your calm demeanor in pressure situations. Remember that you have the capability to overcome anything you set your mind to, and know that this team of young women will always have your back.
Our next senior, number 11, McKenna Otto. McKenna is escorted by her parents, Dave and Tracy. McKenna is a biomechanical engineering major. Her senior tribute is being shared by Charlotte Brecht.
McKenna, I've looked up to you ever since I arrived at Hope my freshman year. You're an incredible athlete and even more an amazing person. You have shown me what it looks like to be a servant leader and a top collegiate level athlete. I'm so grateful to have met you and to have had the opportunity to play with you. This program won't be the same without you, but I can't wait to see where you go next year.
Our next senior, number 10, Liz Cutlip. Liz is joined by her parents tonight, Mike and Mindy. Liz is graduating with a degree in mechanical engineering. Sharing her senior tribute is Emma Post.
Liz, I'm so honored that I have gotten to know you over these past few years. You are such a thoughtful friend and teammate, and I love your intentionality. The mark you have left on this team will not be forgotten, and I'm so excited to see how you use your talents in the world outside of volleyball. Good job. Oh, God.
Our next senior, number 9, Emily Lafnir.
Oh, my God, I'm being sad.
Emily is joined by her parents, Steve and Melanie. Emily is studying exercise science, and her tribute is being shared by Maggie Wermeyer.
Laugh. At the beginning of last year, I never knew the impact that you would have on me. As a teammate, you are hardworking, the biggest supporter, and always putting your teammates' needs before your own. As a friend, you are caring, a great listener, and have a heart of gold. I know you will accomplish so much after you graduate, and I can't wait to see whatever that may be. Thank you for being such a good role model to me and for being the sister I never had. I love you so much.
Our next senior, number 7, Molly Ligon. Molly is joined tonight with her parents, Bob and Mary. Molly will graduate with a business degree, and her senior tribute is offered by Charlotte Brecht.
Molly, thank you for being such an amazing teammate and friend the past 3 years. Your positive attitude and selfless character brings so much joy to our team, along with your Grogu voice. It is inspiring how humble yet determined you present yourself out on the court. I'm so grateful to have been able to call you my teammate. May the three-headed monster live on forever.
Our next senior, number 4, Anna Grunwald. Anna is joined tonight by her parents, Brian and Christine. Anna is a biomedical, bioelectrical engineering major. Her tribute is given by Emma Post.
Anna, your dedication to this sport and team is undeniable. Your work ethic is inspiring, and I'm so blessed that I've gotten to know you on and off the court. You are such a reliable friend and teammate, and I cannot wait to see where life takes you. Thank you for the impact you have made on this program.
Our next senior, number 3, Grace Pettinger. Grace is joined tonight by Tucker and Jody. Grace is a history major, and her tribute is being shared by Jenna Core.
Jeeps, every day that goes by, I realize how lucky we are to have you as a friend and teammate. The joy and work ethic you bring every day is remarkable, and you pour so much love into all of your relationships. Everyone down this line knows that they can count on you for a laugh, hug, or smile anytime, and that is a tremendous impact to have. You are so loved, and we are so fortunate to be surrounded by someone like you.
And our last senior being honored tonight, number 2, Sasha Poland. Sasha is joined by her parents, Mike and Dina. Sasha will graduate with a degree in exercise science. Her tribute is being shared by Olivia Fiebing.
Sasha, you've stepped into whatever role is asked of you, and in the process, you've seemingly effortlessly provided exactly what we need, and for that, you are invaluable to us. More importantly, though, you have done this all with a calm determination about you, somehow being fierce, funny, and a true friend all at once. Thank you for showing me and us all what it looks like to give so much to those around you while also staying true to yourself. We love you.
And a final big thank you, Rose, Tracy, McKenna, Liz, Emily, Molly, Anna, Grace, and Sasha, for everything you've contributed to the relentless pursuit of community, faithful love, and a championship mindset. We wish you all the best and trust you will be both strong and true.
Is it? I don't know.
right. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse, the home of Hope College volleyball. Tonight, the Flying Dutch of Hope host the Bulldogs of Adrian College in MIAA action. Before we announce our starting lineups, we ask that you please remove your hats and join us as we stand to honor our country and everyone defending it with a singing of our national anthem. Singing our national anthem tonight is senior Rose Thompson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Rose. And now, here are the players and lineups for tonight's match. First, for the visiting Bulldogs of Adrian College. Number 1, Emma Thackeray. Number 2, Erica Bauer. Number 4, Grace Croce. Number 9, Maddie Peters. Number 10, Lydia Christian. Number 11, Destiny Johnson. Number 13, Julia Bell. Number 15, Morgan DeRitter. Number 18, Ainsley Page. Number 22, Allison Ashurst. Number 23, Eva Folk. Number 24, Lana Cox. Number 26, Allison Mulder. Number 27, Emily McGeorge. Number 29, Mallory Anspaugh. And number 30, Olivia Anderson. Now starting for the Bulldogs. A senior from Macomb, Michigan, number 5, Blair Wyman. A sophomore from Orland Park, Illinois, number 7, Haley Farrell. A freshman from Kendallville, Indiana, number 8, Maddie Ritchie. A junior from Bryan, Ohio, number 12, Caitlin Bergman. A freshman from Lathrop Village, Michigan, number 17, Maya Ninjeras. A sophomore from South Haven, number 21, Mallory Darrow. And a sophomore from Saginaw, number 28, Aiden Cribbs. Coaching the Bulldogs is head coach David Kwan. He's assisted by Parker Sines. And now for your Hope College Flying Dutch. Number 1, Emma Post. Number 5, Maggie Wermeyer. Number 6, Jenna Core. Number 8, Macy Kyers. Number 10, Liz Cutlip. Number 11, McKenna Otto. Number 14, Olivia Fiebing. Number 16, Rose Thompson. Number 18, Sammy Saib. Number 19, Stephanie Stewart. Number 21, Eva Hartung. And number 22, Allison DeWeerd. Starting for your Flying Dutch, a senior from Norton Shores, number 2, Sasha Poland. The senior from Mount Vernon, Iowa, number 3, Grace Pettinger. The senior from Grand Rapids, number 4, Anna Grunwald. A senior from Beverly Hills, number 7, Molly Legan. A senior from Goodrich, number 9, Emily Lafnir. A junior from Grosse Pointe Farms, number 12, Charlotte Brecht. And a senior from Clarendon Hills, Illinois, number 13, Tracy Westra. Coaching the Flying Dutch is head coach Becky Schmidt. She's assisted by Kylie Black and Carrie Lahaki. Your officials tonight are David Alexander, Ray Bauer, Brian Harabuda, and Allison Harabuda.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse on the campus of Hope College. I am Scott Vanderstoop.
And I am Parker Billings.
Parker has been flying solo the last few weeks while I've been sitting in the stands, not pulling my weight, enjoying great Hope College volleyball. But we will come to you as a team again tonight. It's good to be with you, Parker. I hope you, I wasn't listening because I was here, but I'm sure you did a great job and had a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. Always fun to watch the Dutch come out and play some ball, but definitely glad to have you back tonight.
The big league opponent tonight is the Adrian Bulldogs. They come into the league. They come into tonight with a 2-2 record on the league, just off a 3-0 victory over the Kalamazoo Hornets, a common opponent of Hope College. 6-12 overall. They've had a tough non-conference schedule. Coach David Kwan has been at it for a long time. When I was a volleyball parent, you could reliably see him at pretty much every weekend in club volleyball season, as he was either coaching or recruiting, and he's done a good job overall with the Bulldogs. They are struggling a little bit tonight, but he has been a very faithful coach to this team, and they have a tall order against a very good Dutch team. They lost a tough one to Chicago, and they were this close, but another top 10 team and a great test for Hope, but it would have been wonderful to come away with a victory.
Yeah, and they had a great win over Wisconsin Eau Claire. Unfortunately, not able to clinch it out on that last fifth set against Chicago. Coming in with a huge first set win, 28-26, back and forth throughout the entire match, and then ended up going to that 15-point fifth game and not able to grab it. But they look to rebound as a lot of their seniors come into play tonight. It is senior night, so last, I think, regular conference game for all of these seniors here at Hope Court.
It is an all-senior starting lineup. Some of the names will be familiar. Some of them will be newer to you. Molly Ligon will be in the middle. Tracy Wester will be setting. Sasha Poland will be playing back row. Grace Pettinger will be the libero. Anna Grunwald, a name that we're familiar with, a senior. And Charlotte Brecht, a junior from Grosse Pointe, will also be starting. Rose Thompson will be sitting out, probably slowly getting back off that injury against Calvin. We will start with Adrian and the serve. Haley Farrell, a sophomore from Orland Park, Illinois, just down the road from Westra's hometown of Clarendon Hills, and she starts with an ace. 1-0 Bulldogs.
And I think that's going to be the key to tonight's match, is serving aggressive to make sure Hope can't run their offense. Again, a very versatile three-middle offense here for the Dutch.
Really moving tribute for the Hope seniors tonight. It is a senior-loaded team. It reminds me a lot of the 2014 championship team. Not on those first 2 points, however, as Adrian has the upper hand early on. They're up 2-0. That's an overpass. The ball is still live, though. Go outside to Grunwald. It's played by the Bulldogs. Anna will take one more shot at it. Played by the libero for Adrian. And the first hitting attempt by Adrian is Aiden Cribbs, and she goes deep. She's a sophomore from Saginaw Heritage High School. And Hope will serve for the first time, trailing 2-1. Pettinger Serves to her libero nemesis, Maya Mingeris. Right side is the ball that time. That goes to Aiden Cribbs again. Westra with the first contact. And Grunwald finds a spot in between the libero and the front row hitter, and we're tied at 2.
And the Bulldogs are doing a great job of keeping Westra out of system there, sending the first ball over to her, but the Dutch are able to rebound and capitalize on a great swing cross court from Grunwald.
Always find the setter, right?
Always find the setter.
That attempt by Cribbs is deflected, and I think that right side hit's going to go wide. And I believe that was Emily Laffner. I forgot to mention that she was also starting, probably because she was sitting out at the time as the back row shift was taking place. Laffner with a start, senior from Goodrich High School. Service error by Adrian, and we are tied at 3.
And Laffner, usually an outside player, swinging from the right side tonight as the Dutch are able to fit her in the lineup for senior night.
Lena Cox into the game for Adrian. Grunwald will serve. Tied at 3. She stands on the far left side of the court. One of the few Dutch who do that. The setter for Adrian is Haley Farrell. As I said, she hails from Orland Park, Carl Sandburg High School. Point goes to Hope. That makes it 4-3, their first lead of the day. Outside attempt is Bailey Wyman, and that is a point to Adrian.
She swung right in between that gap between the antenna and that outside blocker there, doing a great job of finding the line.
Mingeris to serve. Westra jump set. Otto with her first attempt of the night. Outside it goes to Blair Wyman, senior from Lutheran North High School, Macomb County, Michigan. But she didn't make it over the net, so that'll be the point to Hope, 5-4. I think she was trying to find a spot where nobody was, but just needed a little more juice on it.
Almost looked super dangerous.
The serve goes to Liz Cutlip, who will play her back row shift. And that ball goes deep. And Adrian will serve again. Sub for the Bulldogs is Lydia Christian, who will come in. She's a West Sider from Elk Rapids High School. Float serve to Grunwald. Westra outside. There it is. First point of the night for Emily Laffner, the senior. All smiles as she takes a seat and will be replaced by Samantha Side.
And that is definitely the Emily Laffner signature shot, going straight over the shoulder down the line, able to tool the block. They're not even expecting it.
Saib got a lot of points against Kalamazoo last Friday. Nice double block, but Adrian retrieves it. Setter shoots it over deep. Good hustle by Grunwald. And Hope doesn't have much, so Adrian's going to have another whack at it. Middle point as it's bounded down by Maddie Ritchie, a freshman making a mark from Kendallville, Indiana.
And that was some great block coverage there by the libero, Maya Minjares. One-handed save there, diving out all the way outside the pin, able to keep that ball in play.
Adrian ties it up at 6. Fighting the Dutch hard so far, point for point. Pedinger plays it. Otto, it's ricocheted, but retrieved by Adrian. But the second contact too tight to the net, and Hope will pick up the point.
Adrian's not quite able to track that far ball to the outside. McKenna Otto will go back to serve.
She gets her assignment from assistant coach Carrie Lahaki. Middle attack is Ritchie. It's played. Grunwald with a big power move. She hadn't brought the juice yet, but she didn't. One blocker, and she found a way to get by it. What a play.
That was just such a powerful swing. You can hear that all around the gym.
Tick, 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 boom. Otto with a tough serve. Farrell has to track it down, and she has to track it down on the run. And the up official, Dave Alexander, who called my daughter for her fair share of double hits, decided that one wasn't legal. Hope point. This is Ritchie, and she finds the spot in the corner. It's going to go to Adrian. Hope with a 9-7 lead.
It's set pretty low there, but Ritchie doing a great job of staying behind the ball and keeping it in there.
Destiny Johnson, the junior from Carmen Ainsworth High School, will come in. She'll play front row shift. This is Ritchie. Good serve as Grunwald has to track it down, and Westra's got to put it over on a free ball. Outside, this is Aiden Cribbs, and she finds a spot, deflects it off the block. 9-8 Hope. Well, for a team that's 6-12, they're certainly battling the number 4 team in the nation quite well so far.
Yeah, and it is definitely not one-sided tonight. As we see that serve sail long.
Just a bit deep. 10-8 Hope. Wester will drop back to serve. She'll stand to the middle right side of the baseline and hit the net tape. First service error by Hope.
And Dora will come into the front row as Christian is subbed out. And we've got Farrell back to serve again.
And Farrell, on her second time through, goes to the exact same spot, to the exact same players, and picks up the exact same result. They tied at 10.
A little miscommunication there by the Hope defense. That's a tough spot to serve.
This one is off the net tape, and Grunwald dives for it. Hope doesn't get much out of it. They'll go right side. Played by Hope. Adrian will take another whack at it, this time from the outside. Long set, Grunwald with a shot at it. That one's played. This is Aiden Cribbs as she gets up, but doesn't quite get in front of it enough, and she goes deep. And Hope with an 11-10 lead.
And Emily Lafnir comes back in the front row, ready to hit that right side ball.
Well, Parker, as a student of the game, you'll be interested to know Hope hitting 273, Adrian hitting 0, and we're basically tied. I think that has something to do with Hope's serve receive error so far. That's how Adrian has gotten their points. And there's an ace by Grace Pettinger to even things up.
Yep, and you're exactly right. Volleyball is definitely a game of serving and passing. And if you can't do one of those things right, you can't do it all.
But if you're out hitting your team by 273 points, you need to be ahead.
Yep.
Grace Pettinger seeing that happens is right now Hope opening up a little bit of a lead, 13-10. And she'll go back and serve again, the senior from Mount Vernon. We stole her from Cornell College, and she got to play against her hometown team a few weeks ago in the tournament. It's nice to meet her parents and a few of the other Cornell parents that weekend. This ball's going to go outside to Cribbs, and she finds a spot. Adrian's going to get the ball back, 13-11. Lana Cox into the game to play back row. Leslie High School, which I've heard of. Rivas Junction, Michigan, which I have not heard of.
Interesting. I have not heard of that one either.
I have been to Leslie High School, a very fine school in mid-Michigan. There's a point that goes to Hope. I believe that was
Brett.
Laugh. Was it Brett? Thank you. Otto's going to come back in. Sasha Poland will take a seat. Grunwald to go back. 14-11.
And I think as Hope starts to find their passing rhythm, we'll start to see the split widen a little further as they're able to run their middles a little more.
Outside is Johnson. She's played. So we're going to go, that was right side. Now we'll go outside. And that is out. And there was no touch. So Hope will get the ball. Again, to serve will be Grunwald. And Coach Kwan is going to call a timeout as this lead is getting a little too big for the Bulldogs' comfort. We will take a short break. Hope leading 15-11 in set one. Come right back. Let's hear from the good folks at Lawrence and Vandersworth.
32 years, I can look back at clients and realize that when I started with them in my mid-30s, I was one of many professionals in their life. But since then, their doctors retired, their attorneys retired, their ministers retired, all the key people in their life retired, but we're still there. And over time, we end up being very, very close to our clients. It's very hard to talk about your financial history without talking about your family history. We get to know it, we keep it confidential, and you can't help but begin to love these people.
We are in the middle of set one at DeVos Fieldhouse. Hope has opened up a lead against the Bulldogs 15-11. Grunwald with the serve. That's going to be a right side to Johnson, who finds a spot right in front of Pettinger. Adrian will get the ball back 15-12.
Johnson finding that slide perfectly, hitting straight to the middle of the court. It looked like a little miscontact, but able to rein it in, hitting a little shallow there.
Maya Mangeras to serve. Shrine Catholic product, Lathrop Village, Michigan. This is right side. It's going to go to Mallory Dowrow, but she's double blocked, and Hope will get the ball back.
And that's got to be a tough wall to swing against. You got Charlotte Breck and McKenna Otto up there, both middle blockers. And normally you'll have an opposite or an outside there, but you got two middles taking away your angles.
That's time for a roll shot.
Yep.
Cutlip to serve. Setter is Ritchie. Once again from the right side, it's going to be Dowrow. And here's a shot that Hope probably didn't deserve to get over, but it does. There's Wester with her left-handed spot. Adrian plays it. And this is Blair Wyman, who doesn't bring a lot of height to it, but she gets up and she is very crafty. That's the second time she's wiggled herself around the block, tooling it off to the side. 16-13 Hope.
Definitely a crafty hitter out there, able to use the block to her advantage, and we saw another great diving save by the Adrian Libero.
Lydia Christian to serve. Nice serve receive. Otto's shot is played, and this time it is once again Blair Wyman, and she found a spot, and Hope is on their attempt from the right side. The tip went wide, said line judge Allison Haraberta, so Adrian will keep the ball. 16-14. Back set. McKenna Otto bringing it strong from the middle position.
And another huge slide from Otto. And again, as Hope is finding the rhythm on their passing, they're able to run some more middle hits and diversify a little bit.
Molly Ligon in the game. Laffner served this current point. Molly Ligon finds a spot from the right side. She's a middle, but in that particular rotation with the three middle offense, she takes her turn on the outside. That's got to make middles happy. They don't have to work as hard on defense. They get to swing from the outside.
Yep.
One out of every 6, they get to do that.
Hope has got a tall front row right now.
Laffner with the serve. Not handled well by the Bulldogs. And Blair Wyman, who has been crafty on a few of them, but was quite a ways off the net. And when she doesn't have the height that some of her opponents do, that was a tough one. 19-14 Hope. Laffner to serve again from the far right side, and this time she fires it into the net. Adrian will get it back.
And Laffner with a pretty aggressive serve, and there are the downsides after seeing the rewards last point of a pretty bad pass. She sends it in the net.
Wyman will serve. She plays all the way around. Good versatile player. Molly Ligon from Westra, and she finds a spot. Good serve receive set up by the Dutch. Otto to serve at 20-15. It's deep, and it's too deep.
Too deep.
2016. Maddie Peters will come into the match for Adrian. outside hitter from South Lyon. Sasha Poland not able to retrieve that. That's a tough spot to get a serve receive, and they are capitalizing on that. That's a difficult spot to get it back up to where Westra can get it, and Peters will serve again. Left-handed serve this time. Pettinger to Westra. A little tip by Ligon. A little power first time. Now we'll come back with a little soft touch right over the block. 21-17.
Ligon with some great court vision there, able to see all the spots that were open, choosing one right in the middle of the court.
Maddie Peters in for Adrian. Westra will drop back to serve for Hope. The hitting percentage differential is increasing, Parker. We're up 318 for Hope and minus 034 for Adrian, and that is reflected in a 5-point Hope advantage as Westra picks up the point on the serve receive error by Adrian. Nice attack by the Adrian outside that time, but it is played by Hope. Another shot at it, but it's again blocked. That is, it's not Hannah Sugg, it's Aiden Cribbs. I couldn't tell if it was 20 or 28. Nice set by Westra. Right side by Ligon, but it's played well by Adrian. Westra has to take the first contact that time. Ligon off the block, and it rolls over the net tape as Adrian couldn't get to it. Ligon has a point in the last 6 or 7 from the left, the middle, and the right. And that's going to cause a second and final timeout of this set by Adrian. They trail 23-17. We will be back in just a bit.
Intentionally never had minimum account sizes. Our philosophy has always been, if you're willing to put in the work and we'll collaborate and we set the plan in place and you're willing to go along with this plan and to put forth effort to this plan, we're happy to work with you. It's what we love to do. And so we have people coming in from the very starting point all the way to to the wealthy people. It's all different scenarios. Financial planning is not just for the wealthy.
Hope College on the cusp of a set 1 victory here against the Adrian Bulldogs in an MIAA conference matchup. They are tied with Calvin for the league lead. Hope at 5-0, Calvin at 4-0. Hope and Calvin did play at Calvin's homecoming a couple of weekends ago and came out with a great 5-set victory. That was for funsies though, as we have gone to a single round robin in the MIAA. So that is reflected in the overall win-loss, but not reflected in the league win-loss. And we will have another opportunity to play our friends from the East. Great double block by Breck and Ligon and Breck as they pick up the 24th point. Outside attempt, nothing doing for the Bulldogs. Westra on set point. That's as animated as I've seen Coach Schmidt, leading 24-17. I think upset about the rotation from what I could tell. The only thing I could hear is, why is the setter standing way over there?
Yeah, little...
The official, Ray Bauer, a decades-long experienced ref, had an answer that seemed to satisfy Coach Schmidt. We're at 24-18, another set point. Charlotte Breck with a set point victory. Boom. That's set 1 in the books. Hope 25 and Adrian 18. We are going to take a longer break to hear from our a little bit about Hope College, a little bit about Lawrence and Vanderswart. Thanks for joining us. Don't go away. Come back in 2.5 minutes. Hope Volleyball.
Hello, I'm Trigby Johnson, and I serve as the Dean of the Chapel at Hope College. I'd like to thank you for your continued relationship with Hope. Thank you for being our people. People are what make this campus special. A people rooted in our shared faith in Jesus Christ. And in that spirit, I'd like to personally invite you to come join us for chapel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:30 a.m. Come and join the next generation of Hope College students as we sing the old songs of the faith and some new ones. Come and enter in and experience the energy and vitality of what it is to be a Christian here at Hope College, as God shapes us to be a people of hope now and for future generations.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Set one is in the books with a Hope Dutch victory, 25-18. Scott Vanderstoop.
And Parker
Parker. I forgot your last name.
Billings.
I just know you as Parker. You're always Parker.
Yeah.
What do we got for the stats, Parker?
Hitting the stats. So Adrian able to muster, 18 points this last set?
Yes.
With 3 of their hitters swinging negative. So not a great hitting percentage night from the Bulldogs. But Maddie Ritchie able to hit .667 on the night. And all of Hope's swingers will be swinging positive as Ligon comes out on top with 4 kills and 5 attempts, hitting .800. And the next player, Charlotte Breck, always a common suspect for a nice hitting percentage, hitting at .600 on 3 kills and 5 attempts. And we will see Westra start us off, the deceptively good server, as she looks like she just kind of walks back and hits it. But a very effective serve nonetheless.
Little top spin on that one. Not well played by Adrian, but a nice attempt. But it reaches a double block, and Hope gets the first point of the set.
And Ligon and Breck able to put up a big wall there. Big stuff.
Westra, little top spin serve, and once again the attempt from the outside is not going to work, as that's Mallory Dowrow, who has run up against a very stiff wall.
That looks to be a little bit of a mismatch. Short serve by Westra, mixing it up. And Adrian will come in from the right side, unfortunately hitting the pin on that attempt. And Maya Minjarez, the libero, will look to pass as Westra steps back to the line. Wyman steps in front of her. Attempt to Westra, who digs it up off a pass from Pettinger. Grunwald takes an attempt, tips it right to the middle of the court, and Hope scrambles another point.
Well, I should turn off my mic more often. You got us 3 points in a row here. Maybe I should turn my mic back off. 4-0 Hope. As I said, you did just great without me. I don't know why I'm even here. Grunwald is blocked by the Bulldogs. They put up 2. This is going to go right side with a nice little roll shot by Aiden Cribbs. Doesn't matter how hard you hit it.
Cheeky little rainbow there as it falls right in front of Westry. Was definitely not expecting that. But a good play nonetheless.
Cribbs will serve. Westra goes back to Molly Ligon. Nice play. I thought that'd be a point. Destiny Johnson with a middle attack. That's played. Grunwald has to send it over. Ritchie with the serve and Farrell with the set, and that does not convert. And Hope is ahead 5-1.
A little misconnection there on the middle one, but Maya Manjari is able to pick up a lot of these balls that look like they're about to be kills and keep Adrian on a lot of these points.
Pettinger to serve, playing again in set 2 as the senior, and that one picks up. That's another Hope point, as successfully blocked. I think Adrian needs to go with some tips and rolls as they trail 6-1. That one's going to be free balled over. Hope will get another shot from the outside. Laffner with the attempt, but that is played in the back row by Adrian. But Hope's going to get another whack at it from the middle. Anna Grunwald, who faces a double block, but manages to dribble it in between the blockers and the net for another Hope point.
Those blockers look like they were drifting a little too far away from the net as Grunwald was able to stuff it right inside.
I can hear their coach, penetrate the block. 7-1. Pettinger goes to her doppelganger, the other libero from Adrian. She has a hard time handling it, so Hope's going to get another shot at it. Charlotte Breck gets around the single block for another Hope point, 8-1, and that's going to be an early timeout. Hope off to an early lead in set 2. Don't go away. We will be back. Hope volleyball. Welcome back to the DeVos Fieldhouse. Scott Vanderstoop, Parker Billings with you live. We are grateful you have joined us. It is a beautiful, beautiful fall day in Holland, Michigan. And inside here, it is also beautiful, climate controlled, with a Hope victory, with a Hope lead, 8-1. Hope victory in set 1, Hope lead in set 2. Over their conference opponent, Adrian College. We come out from that timeout, and it will be Grace Pettinger who continues her serving. 3-1. She stands in the middle of the court, delivers a jump serve. It's played by Croce, played by Wyman, and a nice shot by Wyman that time as she got the first contact and the third contact. Adrian gets a point. They still trail 8-2 as they have a long way to climb out from a very aggressive and effective first few points of set 2. Mingeris, the libero, serves. Wyman again with an attempt, really battling on the outside. That time it's Charlotte Breck again, as they were able to beat the block. There was only one of them, and Charlotte was able to go around it fairly easily, 9-2. And here is McKenna Otto back in for Sasha Poland. Anna Grunwald to serve. Tough serve, was able to be tracked down by Adrian. Wyman with not a lot to work with as she had to run up to get the ball. Wasn't a great first contact, so it put Wyman in a bad spot. She was able to do something with it, but she ended up pushing it wide. 10-2 Hope. Wyman takes the first contact there, and she's going to get another hitting attempt. Nice job. It is played by Hope, however. Otto lets it go from 14 feet off the net. That's Maddie Ritchie, but she's played. They're going to go right side this time with a little roll shot, and what an effort by Mallory Darrow, but it's just wide, and Hope picks up another point. 11-2. Julia Bell will check into the lineup for Adrian. She is listed as an outside hitter as well as a defensive specialist. She hails from Newport, Michigan, St. Mary's Catholic Central. Very strong volleyball program in Michigan. Tough serve for Adrian. They're going to have to free ball it over. It's Grunwald to Westra in the middle. And they believe it was Laffner. It was indeed. And they pick up the point on the touch. Good call. 12-2. That was Julia Bell on the point right on the attempt right before that, left-handed hitter. And that was Mallory Darrow, who's had a hard time on the right side because she's just always got two blockers waiting for her. And that one actually hit the net tape. That's four attempts. And Hope is ahead 13-2. Coach Schmidt still talking to Ray Bauer about the position of the setter. And I think that time she finally said, well, that's better. But I don't know rotations well enough to know who's right and who's wrong. The officials are always right, and Hope leads 14-2. So we're going to take another break as the second time out for Adrian in this set will be taken. We will be back hearing from the good folks at Lawrence and Vanderswart. Freddie, bring us to a break. This is Hope Volleyball.
You're not just saying, wow, you came in, thanks for coming in, and this is what your investment did. It's so much more than that. There's so much more going on in their lives than just these investments, and it's good to understand that totality so that you can say, well, I know there's a better way of doing this, or I have a resource. I know, there's some other resources that we can help you with here. So it's not just financial plan. It's serving people. It's serving people and loving on people, and that's very joyful.
Scott Vanderstoop, Parker Billings, Hope Volleyball. We are seeing some Hope domination in set two. It was a battle for the first 3 quarters of set one, but Hope stretched out the lead, and they have been nothing but indomitable here in set two. Coach Kwan has tried some subbing, and it's Julia Bell who was in, and this is her second attempt. And that ball did, I can't remember what it was called. It was in.
Yes, so it was in.
I got screened on that one, and I also had my head in my roster, so shame on me. 14-3, Hope leading. Lydia Christian with that serve, and that's Emily Laffner, the senior who brings it home from the right side. Having a great senior night.
Laffner able to swing that one right across her body. A nice hard swing, too. Great control, great topspin, hand contact, all of the above. Checks off all the boxes.
A senior-heavy team, I might mention, not unlike the 2014 team. I know people who listen might be tired of me telling that, but I like the looks of this team. McKenna Otto from Westra, not the world's best connection, but Otto found a way to do it on the way down. She puts a little tip over on the left side of the court, and it's 16-3, excuse me.
Pettinger able to pick that setter dump up with one arm, giving a perfect pass to Westra.
Cutlip to serve. Got the start tonight as well. Left-handed swing from Julia Bell, who's gotten a chance here in set two, and she has answered with some really nice aggressive hits. She again doesn't have the height that some of the Hope opponents have, but she's found a way to do it. Second kill by Bell. Lafner again, not the world's best connection, but fading away out of bounds. She found a way to cut it back in. Everything going well for Hope right now. They lead 17-4.
Really smart shot there by Lafner, even though she was out of system, able to hit the top of that block, causing Adrian's libero not to know exactly where the ball was going to go.
She's going to serve and cause some problems for Lydia Christian, but they do manage to handle it. Cutlip with a nice dig and just deep. That might have been a head 17-4 kind of call, because I thought that grabbed the white line.
Yeah, I couldn't tell from this angle, but it was close either way.
17-5. Maddie Peters will serve, left-handed serve from the left-hand side of the court. Middle attempt is McKenna Otto, and it's out, but it's touched, and it'll be 18-5.
And Otto starting to heat up here in the second set as Hope takes the lead 18-5. We would only expect something like that to happen. Able to grab a couple kills here later in the set.
She's been quiet. It's her third one, and she comes in at a cool 4:29. Very efficient. Outside, not a great play by Adrian. Cribbs did what she could with it, but it opened it up again for Molly Ligon. 19-5.
Ligon with a huge kill, not even taking an approach, just used her bunnies to get up on that set from Westra and smash that ball right down close to the 10-foot line.
Ligon can extend that right arm and get way up over most opponents.
It definitely helps she's already up there quite a ways.
Westra outside Grunwald. Nice little tap shot. And an overpass comes back to Grunwald. And this time she powers it home. First go soft, then go hard. 20-5. I think those outside hitters love overpasses.
Oh, they do. Absolutely. Every player does.
Adrian trying to chase it down, trying to get a little something going here in set two, and Westra slams it down with her big left hand, and she sends it down, and everybody's having fun on the Hope side of the court. The senior from Clarendon Hills, who's led the team all year, starting at the end of last year when Adair Cutler got hurt. Another tough serve that Adrian's going to struggle to get over. Here's a free ball. Westra on a jump serve as Molly Ligon ricochets it off the single block. Adrian with no answers so far in set two. They trail 22-5. This could be the most lopsided set win we've had. We'd have to go back and check. I don't remember one quite this convincing. Destiny Johnson. Not a bad play, but the timing wasn't there. She sends it deep, 23-5.
And Hope can just do absolutely no wrong, it seems, here in the second set.
There's a roll shot by Bell. It's going to go outside to Grunwald, who tried to get over the double block. She did, but she sent it a little bit too hard of a cut and a little deep, and Adrian will get the ball trailing 23-6. Setter Haley Farrell will drop back. Christian will will come out, and Mallory Dowrow will take the front row for her. Tough play by Hope, but they do get it over on a roll shot by Grunwald. Adrian does have to free ball it over. Back set to Ligon with a nice little tip, and they found her way. A double block. Molly Ligon made the smart play and did a nice little tip, and they lead 24-6.
Just looking at the variety of swings that Hope's putting over, they're abusing the middles right now.
Westra at set point. Little top spin chased down by the setter. Outside hit attempt by Cribbs. Played well by Hope. Outside, right side by Ligon. And Charlotte Breck does a cute little picnic volleyball move to get it over. And the double block is played by Adrian. Nice play. It's going to be Sugg. No, not Sugg, not 20. It's 28, Aiden Cribbs. It's played, but then Hope on the return hits it deep. 21 and 28. When the jersey gets scrunched up, it's hard to tell 20 versus 28, but that was 28 Cribbs, not 20 Sugg. Lana Cox into into serve. Wester tracks it down. Molly Ligon sends it hard from about 8 feet off the net, but it is played by Adrian. Poland, single-handed set to Charlotte Breck for set point. How about that?
That is the way to end a set here as Hope close out the second set 25-7.
We are up 2-0. We have reached another break. We are going to take a break ourselves. We're going to hear from a little bit from Hope, a little bit from Lawrence and Vanderswart. Come back for that third set. This is Hope Volleyball.
And Vanderswart, we are interested in the history of our community. The early Dutch settlers knew that in order for the tiny Holland community to flourish, they were going to need the shipping industry to stop by. So they began digging the channel without help from the government, all by themselves. The dream of a real lighthouse was realized in 1936 when it switched on its big light for the very first time. The ships came. The lighthouse became an icon, and the ambition and hard work of those early settlers continues to bless our community to this day. Innovation and ambition today can pay dividends for decades. Lawrence and Vanderswart, interested in our history, invested in our future.
Welcome back to DeVos Fieldhouse, where 2 sets are in the books. Hope College with a lead over the Adrian Bulldogs in this MIAA conference match. If things continue to go as they have gone, Hope will move to 6-0 in the league, and Adrian will drop to 2-3. Hope getting ready for the big October 30th end of conference season finale here at DeVos on a Saturday night. I suspect this place will be filled, but if you can't make it, Parker and I will be happy to bring it to you. I think we're on that call, are we not?
I would assume so. I would hope so. It'd be fun.
That's the kind of confidence I like to hear in my announcing partner. Hope coming out with the same lineup that they started the set with, an all-senior lineup. People who have not had as many points, really showing that this is a very deep team, with Laffner and Pettinger and Poland all getting opportunities to play on senior night.
Yeah, and Hope even switching up their libero there. Pettinger definitely stepping up to the plate as she takes 9 digs on the match so far, rivaling Maya Manjari's number 17. We've seen a number of really great digs also snagging up 9 around there, and Hope's got a few players that are over 500. We got Molly Ligon, who was 7-12 on some really deep, really hard, shallow swings. Emily Laffner hitting 500 with 4 kills on 6 total attempts. Charlotte Breck, 6 kills, 10 attempts, 600 on the night. Hope is doing a great job of feeding all their different players, making sure to cater to the hot hands, and we will see a little bit more of that as this third set gets started up here in a few seconds.
Coach David Kwan taking his time, taking the full 3 minutes there to have a discussion with his team. Competitive in set 1, not competitive in set 2. Adrian will begin Set 3 with the serve. Setter Haley Farrell serving first. Grunwald on the serve receive. Powers it down. Dug up by the libero, but it's buried into the net, and Hope gets the first point of set 3.
And that was a powerful swing by Grunwald as she swung that cross on a great assist from Westra.
Grunwald kind of shrugged her shoulders after that. It's like, yeah, just another day at the office. 1-0 Hope. Pettinger to serve. Back set goes to their right side, their middle hitter on the slide is Ritchie. That one's played by Hope. A little roll shot by Grunwald. Now they're going to go outside to Cribbs. That one's played, but on the return, it is Mallory Dowrow, and she was able to pick up the point. We are tied at 1.
And at some point during that particular point, Charlotte Brecht had an assist to Anna Grunwald, and Coach Carrie Lahaki went crazy for that one.
That's the first kill by Dowrow. She has had a tough night. There's a nice double block by Ritchie and Dowrow. 2 points in a row for Dowrow. Dowrow has had to go up on the right side against 2 blockers every time. And that's her first kill of the night, the point before. Then she picks up a block assist. Hope a little out of system there. They will get another chance. And the ball goes just inside the line as Emily Laffner picks it up from the outside. 2-all.
Laffner trying the same thing she did last point when she was blocked, but this set was able to go a little farther outside, giving her more options, able to utilize that line channel.
5th kill for Laff, and that ball's going to go deep as Grunwald makes a rare service error, and that will give Adrian an early lead, 3-2. Destiny Johnson in for Adrian. Maddie Peters in for Adrian. She will serve. Nice serve down the line. Westra, middle to Breck, and that's the point, as it cannot be dug up that time by Eva Folk. Going up against a single block. Cutlip will come in for Hope. And did I see Ritchie come in for Adrian? Actually, I think that was the libero switch, but Ritchie will probably come in next point. Cutlip. Laser serve would have been beautiful had it been 20 inches higher. Point to Adrian. Allison Ashurst gets her first appearance in the set, if I read that correctly, in the match. Oh no, she was in earlier, excuse me. This is the Elk Rapids product. McKenna Otto with a nice slide, but just a little too much slide and not enough cut as it hits the antenna. And Adrian with a 2-point lead. Might be the first 2-point lead they've had all set. Lydia Christian to Cutlip. Westra with the left hand. It's played by Adrian. The libero takes the set. Double block by Laffner, and Otto picks up the point.
And there it is again. Huge outside block there with Laffner and Otto. Able to press over that net, put that ball down on the swing.
Ball chased down by Adrian. Sent over by Ashurst. Up against a single block is Molly Ligon from the outside. She picks up a point, and we are tied at 5. That's the 8th kill for Ligon. A quiet 8, just kind of slow and steady as she picks him up. 8 for the night. Cribbs back in for Adrian. Julia Bell is back in set 3 as she was in set 2. Did not play in set 1. Left-handed serve. Played by Pettinger. Back set to Otto, and it's another point for McKenna Otto as Lydia Christian can't dig it up.
And Westra is just on fire today with all these assists. Hands looking clean as ever. Fun watching that ball come straight off the flick of her wrist.
She'll serve this time, and she'll put it up against the net. Service error for Hope. And that will give Adrian the ball back, and they will go back on top, 7-6. 7 service errors for Hope, only 2 for Adrian. Anna Grunwald on the serve receive from the outside. It's played well by Adrian. Cribbs, overpass. Ligon can't get it. She's going to try it again on a tip. Adrian will have a chance at it. Cribbs again, and she picks up the point. Adrian did not roll over here, and they now have an 8-6 lead. You would think after the drubbing they got in set 2, it would be very hard to come back, but they absolutely have, and they lead. Mingeras sends that serve deep and wide, 8-7.
And Adrian definitely came out for blood this set as they come out swinging, taking an early lead, and haven't lost it yet as Westra steps back to the line.
Lydia Christian took that set that time, and I haven't been paying enough attention. No, it looks like they may be going with a 2-setter offense here as they have both Richie number 7 and Christian setting. Not something I noticed before, but Christian has picked up a few set attempts in this set.
Yeah, and I'm looking over the stats, and it looks like Christian had just won a set on the match, so it's probably a recent development as a contingency plan, as Hope crushed them last set, and they are doing a little better this set.
Coach Klon trying something a little different. Catch it, Parker. It's right at you. Good play. That ball's going to go to Hope, but we were more focused on the ball hitting our soft drink and our hot dog. Parker has still not had a chance to finish.
Too much fun watching the game.
Cribbs with a swing, but it's too high and didn't get up on top of it enough. It goes deep, and we are tied at 9. Adrian has led most of this set. Overall for the match, Hope hitting 352. Adrian still in negative territory at minus 0.68. Poland tracks it down. Grunwald, nice little push, but it is played by Adrian. Cribbs is going to try it from 8 feet off the net. Lestra back set to Lafner, having a great match. Now Adrian's going to go right side. Nice attack by Darrow, but it is played. And Lafner couldn't quite convert that one as the timing was a little off. Adrian not going away. They now have a 10-9 lead.
Lafner looking to have a really nice cut on that one, just a little too far off the net. And Adrian will retake the lead at 10-9.
Lana Cox, listed as a libero, playing defensive specialist tonight. Lestra able to dig it over, and on the attempt to pull it out of the net, a little net contact by Julia Bell. Not really her fault, is the attempt by Westra. You don't get a kill for that, but Westra deserves a kill because it was 2 contacts, but it was not as much Adrian's error as it was Westra's good attack.
And that ball bounces far off the net as Anna Grunwald takes it on her serve.
Another service error for the Dutch. I think that puts them to 9. Adrian leads 11-10. Middle attack by Breck is played well by Adrian. Now we're going to go right side to left there, and she sticks it down in between the blockers and the net. There were 2 blockers there, but they hadn't penetrated deep enough.
And a big let's go from Emily Lafner as she puts that ball down and ties the game up 11-11. Hope serve.
Cutlip will go back. Coach Schmidt still in conversation with official Ray Brower. I can't wait to find out what all of this is about.
That one was miscommunication about the subs. The ref, after Hope used their sub there, said they had 11 subs used, which means they only had 1 left. And
that can't be right.
Yeah, and so that's what Coach Schmidt was saying. And then he came back with the correct number. But
okay.
11 subs and 11 points seems a little extreme.
Good catch, Parker. I got my nose in the roster still. Grunwald to Westra, outside, Lafnir. That one's played. We go right side this time to Dowrow. Battling mightily over there against blockers, but it is played. And a nice little play by Emily Lafnir. She didn't have much, so she decided to roll it deep over the blockers, and Hope has a 13-11 lead.
Emily Lafnir, again, that signature shot, able just to swing right across her shoulder, pick up a kill down the line.
Cutlip again, her third serve of this set. Nice play by Destiny Johnson as she gets it around the single block. And it's 13-12. Hope with a 1-point lead.
And I think I figured out what Coach Schmidt is so upset about, as she screamed right there right before the serve was served. Looks like their setter's releasing a little too early, causing them to be out of rotation.
Oh, on serve receive.
Yep.
This is why you're here, Parker. You're earning your money. Good catch. But a coach's opinion is not an official's opinion. As you know. Middle with Johnson. This time she's going to try something soft, but that one is played. Here's Wester going outside to Lafnir. Down the line, and it is out. And we are tied at 13.
Lafnir's favorite spot doesn't quite give her another point on that swing, and Adrian able to tie this ball game back up.
Christian to serve. Penninger, roll shot by Lafnir. Hope out of system. Good serve by Adrian. They get the lead back, 3 points in a row, and it's 14-13. Christian to serve again. Grunwald chased down by Westra. Middle, nice little roll by Otto, and it just goes wide. Yes, that would have been a great point for Adrian, as they had to dive to get it on the roll shot, and we're tied at 14.
Anna Grunwald running over to that line, able to stop her hand right before she touches it, as she sees it's going out, but a great dig there from Maya Minjares.
Minjares is going to send it to the outside. That one is attacked by Ashurst. And we got a double hit, as it's going to be Adrian's point, 15-14. Adrian having fun out here. They're much more relaxed in this set. They're smiling, and they're playing better. They lead 15-14 against the nationally ranked Hope Dutch. And there's Tracy Westra, bringing back her left-hand attack. It's been quiet. She uses it stealthily and carefully and judiciously, and we're tied at 15.
Westra putting that ball straight down. What a great dump.
She reads the blockers well as to when to use it. Molly Ligon on the middle attack, and she finds a way to get it in between the blockers and the net. And Hope gets the lead back at 16-15.
And that middle blocker was a little slow. Another tight ball by the Hope defense, and Westra had a good look over at the dump again, and so they were sticking with her. Freed up Ligon to have a big kill, as Otto sends it a little long. And the Bulldogs will tie up the game again. Sasha Poland back in for McKenna Otto. And Minjares back to serve.
Grunwald from the middle. Ligon with a fake attack. Doesn't draw anyone out. And a double block by Ligon and Westra. Hope with a 1-point lead. Teams going back and forth now. Charlotte Breck will come back in. That's an overpass. Hope will get a chance. Molly Ligon with a powerful right side attack. It's dug, but it ricochets out of play, and Hope with a 2-point lead. Molly Ligon with big power from the right.
Coach Schmidt likes to call that blowing up the defense. And the Bulldogs will take a timeout on the set, as they are down 16-18, and we will be right back.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Hope College trying to close out a straight set victory. They lead 18-16. Tracy Wester will drop back to serve. It's been a competitive set, Parker. Adrian has played like Bulldogs.
Yeah, and you wonder what changes the coach at Adrian made as they come back from a 25-7 loss.
Yeah, give coach and team credit. Looks like maybe a two-setter offense. Anna Grunwald from the middle. She likes to do that. She doesn't get to do it a lot, but she picks up another point. 19-16.
Coming in perfectly for that two ball, and now we see why Hope practices all those plays.
7 kills for Anna tonight. Team is led by Molly Liggand. She's got 10. She's usually more of a role player, and she's leading the team in kills tonight. That's a percentage also, 556. Double block by Adrian against Grunwald. 19-17.
And Anna trying to make something out of a set that looked to be a little too tight, not quite able to pull it away from the block enough, and gets roofed by a big Adrian block.
Allison Ashurst to serve. Back set goes to Liggand. That one is deflected and played. Adrian will get a shot from the middle. And they find a spot. Maddie Ritchie. It wasn't powerful, but it was effective as she finds a spot and just out of the reach of Pettinger. 19-18. Ashurst to serve again. And there's a tip that is in as Anna Grunwald finds a way to do it. 2018.
And that is definitely one of the weaknesses of perimeter defense, but it looked to be as the Bulldogs could have covered that, but just thought it was going out. A little miscommunication there.
Pettinger to serve. Christian is the setter, and a big, powerful swing by Aiden Cribbs. She has not been able to unleash much tonight as she has gone up against blocks, as has Dowrow. But that time, Cribbs gets an opening, and she powers it down. Her 8th kill of the night. Wester goes way over to Lafmere, and it goes a little deep, and we are tied at 20. I don't think anyone wearing blue wants to have a 4th set here against a pesky team like Adrian.
And that is the truth.
And that serve goes just deep as Sasha Poland with her bionic eye is able to pick that up. 21-20. Hope trying to close in on a match victory, but Adrian is not going quietly. Christian goes right side to Ritchie. It's blocked. This time it's Julia Bell from the outside with her left hand. She's played well, having come in sets 2 and 3. There's a little tip. Hope digs it out, so they'll send it deep. Christian. Not the world's prettiest set. It may have been a double, but it doesn't matter because Emily Lafmere finds a spot from the right side. I don't think Coach Schmidt was holding up a peace sign. I think she wanted a double contact. But why don't we give the point to Lafnir instead, 22-20.
And Maddie Ritchie having 3 attempts right in a row, back to back, as she looked to be the main option during that point.
Julia Bell is blocked. Hope will get a shot at it. Back row, get a little soft touch from Grunwald, and this time we are going to get a double contact. And that's going to make it Hope 23 and Adrian 20.
As the refs flash us the peace sign up there. And it will be an Adrian timeout. Hope will lead 23-20, 2 points to go in this third set, and we will see you back after a quick break.
At Lawrence and Vanderswart, we're interested in the history of our community. When 26-year-old jeweler Jacob Raven came to Holland in 1889, the northwest corner of 8th Street and River Avenue was already home to the thriving Holland City State Bank. Raven told bank personnel that he wanted to build a clock above the bank to keep the town on time, and it wouldn't cost them a cent. True to his word, Raven raised the funds with donations from merchants and local factories. High above the city streets, the tower was completed in 1892. Holland's clock tower still ticks high above 8th Street, watching over a town that still loves to run on time. Innovation and ambition today can pay dividends for decades. Lawrence and Vanderswart, interested in our history, invested in our future.
Scott Vanderstoot, Parker Billings back with what we hope are the last 2 points of tonight's match against Adrian College. Hope trying to close it out here at 23-20. Grunwald to serve. Christian goes outside to Bell, and somebody's grabbing somebody's net, and it's going to go against Hope, as I think that was the right call. It's Hope up in the net, and that's going to be an Adrian point, 23-21.
Yeah, the ref actually called that one a back row attack, as Wester tried to save the ball from going over, but sent it over, even though she was back row.
Tracy has been caught a couple of times in the last couple matches forgetting where she was as a back row attack. And that one's going to go deep, and that's going to cut the lead to 23-22. So don't listen to me when I say we're closing in on a victory, as Adrian has other plans. They are fighting mightily. Maddie Ritchie will serve to try to tie it up. Westra outside to Otto. That's what you want, but Adrian plays it. It's deep. Lafnir sends it down, and it's dug up by Adrian. Westra's got to take the first contact, and it's down the line, and it's good on the outside by McKenna Otto. Out of the 3 middle system, it was her turn to swing from the outside, and we are at match point.
Big kill from Otto, getting that match point on a slim margin shot, able to send that ball right down the line to the corner.
Cutlip at match point. Bell to Christian. Destiny Johnson, nice play, but it is dug up by Hope. Lafnir gets a little bit on it. Oh, and it's just deep. Just past the line. And we are 24-23. I thought we caught a little bit of the white, but I am a little biased. Lydia Christian to serve. Jump serve, float, Grunwald, Westra outside. Emily Lafnir on senior night brings home a Hope victory. 3-0, 25-23 in set 3. We are so glad that you joined us for a Hope victory. They go to 6-0 in the league, and they are getting ready for a couple of more conference matches, not the least of which we will be here with you on October 30th in the evening. Parker, do you have any plans that night?
Hopefully back in DeVos.
All right, well, maybe we'll see you here. We will definitely have that game live streamed for you. Thank you for joining us. This is Hope Volleyball. Good night, everybody.
Hi, Hope College. October 4th is a very special day where the entire Children's Miracle Network comes together to celebrate Child Health Day. Child Health Day is all about joining the Dance Marathon movement, raising funds for Children's Hospital, and sharing the message that kids can't wait. To start celebrating Child Health Day, we want to introduce you to one of our Miracle families. This is Amy and Mia Berarducci.
My name's Amy Berarducci, and I'm Mia's mom.
Hi, my name is Mia Berarducci. I've been doing Dance Marathon for 8 years.
16 years ago, this past September, Mia had some issues, had trouble walking, and she struggled with some eyesight things and very shaky. So we took her to our doctor, and they immediately sent us up to Helen DeVos, and we spent many days there, and they treated her so well. They were so helpful. We just felt very at peace with what was going on in the midst of traumatic times. So throughout the next basically 8 years of her life, she had spent many appointments there at different times, and I can't say one time that was not super uplifting and very encouraging from them and from everybody that was the custodian to the top doctors. They were awesome. They just have a great way about them, and we're so thankful. And because of that and all this care that we received, Mia is doing phenomenal today. She's 17 years old and thrives and still considers it DeVos her hospital when she goes with.
Hope students should sign up for Dance Marathon because they get to hang out with kids like me.
Spread the word because we want to make this the biggest marathon yet. So make sure to register on October 4th. Change kids' health
and change the future.